Hello, and welcome back to Sunny Cove, where last time we left it by getting a new loan, and in typical fashion, I struggled to pay it off. So we did, there is the last transaction, the missed diesel payment. So today we're going to focus on sorting out our diesel production. If I flesh up the graph, we can have a quick look at how our construction currently, how our current production of diesel goes. I'll remove the production. It's a bit volatile. We do have points where we have quite high production. I imagine this was from some of these might have been from completing the quests rather than producing them. But you can see there we do actually attempt to consume more than what we currently produce. So I mean, 200 is kind of the bare minimum we need to be aiming for, and we currently struggle to do that. In order to improve our construction, I've got construction parts stuck on my brain apparently. In order to improve our diesel production, we are going to look at doing advanced diesel rather than recreate, rework and make this section more efficient when we know we're going to tear it apart in the near future anyway. So first thing is we do need to work on our upgrading this. So see, we've already dropped off a bunch of construction 2 parts. We do need a few more. We are going to need some lab equipment as well, and that will be a consumable for all the research going forward. It shouldn't take very long at all to get this going, although we do have an issue with the workers at the same time as well, but hopefully this shouldn't take too long at all. Meantime, food is looking okay at the minute. Actually on potatoes. So we are consuming kind of 120-ish in production. It kind of, I assume it's just because of the cycling of the seasons, goes up and down, but we look like we're in a fair enough position. I'd like to see this a bit higher than 8 months and us have some more spare storage, but not quite possible at the minute. We've probably produced oh yeah, we have produced enough lab equipment. We do just need a few more construction parts, and well, all of the electronics 19, but in the grand scheme of things there aren't that many at all. I think in the meantime I'm going to disassemble. Yeah, I will disassemble the brick. So, get rid of all free up space down here. We're not really using the brick now anyway, since we're using the construction, the concrete production. So that should help a little bit. Just need 19. Construction parts, and then we're good to go. To leave that running. Oh, food's gone up to 10 months, so we must have just had some finish. We're going to keep that. I'm not going to upgrade this just yet, because when we go through advanced diesel, we are going to need a fair amount of construction parts too, in order to get the new diesel production going. Is copper the issue we're currently running into? It definitely is. Let's check the beacon is not on. Now we could go to... I can't do it through the quick trade. I could go to the village and just grab 10 people. We're losing unity currently, but I suppose it's because of all of this. turn off a couple of these. So that will help a little bit. Maybe if I just tweak this so the process should run. Temporarily give it a kickstart. Can unpause this as well. Oh, I can unpause that. Quick to finish that. I think our construction parts 1 are being used up for our construction parts 2, so don't have much spare there. That will eventually build, and then we can start to store some copper. Still struggling. Which isn't ideal. Doing a few other things. Yeah, so in theory we could have a bit more water being pulled from that source, because we're not too concerned about that at the minute. All of our water storage is fine. Still got a maintenance issue. Obviously that's going to be driven by our lack of copper. There we go. What are we running out now of? Coal. What was that? Let's fix this. Doesn't help that most of the coal, I suppose, will run directly here. Temporarily, if we tell them to empty some of that coal from our iron production, then it should distribute it a bit more evenly. So we do desperately need our diesel to be constantly fueled with coal. That's looking all fine, and it's very nearly done. You're just pretty desperate for coal. It's probably about time we start to work on another excavator. This is pulling out mostly coal, so it's in an optimal place where it's digging. So there's no, I mean, there'd be some slight efficiency gains maybe if we cut into the side of here. Instead of here, you can see some of the dirt is falling down, but I imagine the same thing would happen here. The dirt would fall down and then would start to pick up a little bit of dirt. But there we go, 19:1 isn't a bad ratio to put through. Let's go back up, see if we managed to get any. Yep, we have. Oh, wrong one, we have. Probably take this off boost because we are struggling somewhat with Unity. It's possibly not enough to get us back as a break even, but it'll do for now. We are going to need to expand the city, our settlement as well, because we need almost 210 workers as is. Well, and now we definitely need to, because those refugees just came in. We're slightly over now. Where are we? Housing services. So we could go up to housing 2, but I mean even housing 1 is quite expensive. But we are struggling with space, so it's potentially a housing 2. Well, there's 125 construction parts and 50 electronics. So well, once we get some copper, that won't be an issue. Quick finish this off so we can get going. If we go to research, and we grab our advanced diesel, which should unlock any second. Maybe not. Oh, we need ocean drilling technology. Which means I do need to go and find. Well, first I need to repair this the shipyard. I do need to then go and find the ocean drilling technology from the repair. Okay. I will get this finished and then we'll pop back. We'll go exploring and then hopefully we can get the diesel tech that we need. And we're back. We've not quite finished, but it's going to be finishing any second. We do have the new excavator. It has just been filled up with some diesel. So for the time being, we are going to throw it over here on the coal. We can change that so it's going to keep full from now on. Maybe we'll throw one extra truck there. So we maybe won't keep this excavator here constantly. Can be one that moves around and helps out where it is needed. But for the time being, it will stay there. And we have now finished repairing the shipyard. So obviously it starts with a very weak ship. We'll need to travel around. Hopefully we can get that ocean tech fairly quickly, and then we can start to work on diesel too. We may struggle a little bit because we need to fill the thing up with diesel first before we can go anywhere. I was just surprised that this that's the maintenance issue. Right. Highly inefficient, but let's boost them. All of them. And then in theory, we should have at least enough, one or two that functions, and that should be sufficient to then fill this up with the crude oil, because we want this just running constantly, and then at the minute there's some downtime every single cycle. It's not a pipe restriction because the throughput is 60 and we only need 54. See if it's... I mean, it seemed like the downtime was less that time, but still not ideal. There we go. Food up to 12 months now. And that's even though we've now got more people, or one than what our settlement can handle, and two than when we were setting it up. So that's ideal. And again, we need more people for the diesel we're now going to set up, and whenever we're using the ship at the minute, it will take 15, and that will get significantly higher when we start to upgrade the ship. I think I might do is just throw on, spin that around, throw on a storage here, good up. Yeah, that's fine. Throw on a storage here, to construction parts 2. We want to empty, but now we're not going to be limited by the amount that can store inside the assembly, so we can actually run a bit more of a buffer on this construction parts 2. Are we filling this up at all? No. We are just continuing to struggle, but what we can do, because we've got that extra, let's see, and we have made 3 consecutive payments in a row. What we can do is just buy a bit of diesel with coal, because we are making enough coal now with the extra excavator. And we can check that, hopefully. That is true. So, yeah, I mean, there's a clear gap now. We are producing more than what we consume, and therefore we are stocking up in all of our storages. Obviously not necessarily the case now because I just went and sold a load of it, but if we left it to its own devices, that is what would happen. Let me quickly prioritize the import. Oh, it's prioritized instantly. That's 40. 60. One more and we're good to go exploring. Well, now with crew as well. And hopefully we might get some tests, some quest rewards as well. Alright, that's off. We'll hold fire on that one. Oh, we're actually doing decent on the construction parts. I think we are just going to have to upgrade one of these now. We've almost got enough construction parts too, and I don't have electronics pinned, but it is do have sufficient there, so we can almost just build that as is. Oh, and have we? Oh yeah, you can see the bar up here. It is exploring, albeit slowly. Let's turn some of these off. Because we are... Whoa! Okay, let's pause a sec. We can do these before we run out of Unity as well. Would appear that I have not done things in the order that they suggested. So we may be able to speed through this quite quickly now. So we repaired the shipyard and set sail. It's bricks, construction parts, diesel. We'll take that. We have set up the rubber, so there's electronics and bricks. We've done construction part 2, or producing construction parts 2 at construction part 1 and brick. We then started coal mining, so we've got cement, vehicle parts, diesel, 80 construction part 2 for the conveyor belts, 40 and 60 diesel for the fuel station, and we've improved our slag export, so we've got 40 construction part 2s and 60 diesel. So we have never looked any better. Now before I spend all this, the wise thing to do would be to go and pay off our loan. So we're debt free again. Let's hope that we stay debt free a bit longer than we did last time. Let's actually see what we explored. The damaged cargo ship there. Still got enough fuel to keep going. And we are almost full again with fuel. Speed this up. Almost full again there with fuel to keep it going. And in theory, we've got the Unity to produce this, so we'll start to get a few more people on. We'll turn the beacon on as well. See what we are doing with research. We actually got much running at all. I'm just doing some vegetable. It's not available because it is currently damaged. Unfortunate that both our generators were down at the same time. Right, these are both stacked at the minute, so we should make the most of it, boost them, hopefully increase our maintenance a bit. Just another damaged cargo ship. It's unfortunate, we'll have to wait for it to come back and we'll go out again. I thought it was boosted for a second, but it just takes research. Research takes boost. That's fine. That will also be our issue, is that our global need is now greater than what we're producing, unless we boost. The issue is we need to boost all three in order to see. So bring back some rubber, copper, vehicle parts, not overly useful. That's fine. Suddenly extremely busy. What we could really do with was throwing some fuel in here. In here. I'm not sure I can actually... Oh no, I can't leave without a full load. Not sure why I thought that was the case. Let's go explore that. Fingers crossed. Ocean drilling technology. It's some more refugees coming shortly. Now we do need to keep an eye on the food because we are going to have a bit of an issue as we keep going. Now, one more thing we could do is set up the water facility. So that would give us a bit of a boost for our Unity. What I was thinking of is we'll have wastewater as well. Obviously, this is our current wastewater that comes out. Whether there is an efficient way to do it, I think we're just going to have basically pipes going everywhere in this initial instance. There we go. I don't know if that oh, there we go. That was enough to get the water. Just placing the water facility down, didn't even need to hook it up. There we go. We can well, we can add it to the cube, but to be honest, I don't want it in the cube. I want it to be the thing that we are looking for or researching now. Right, let's. We're going to up the priority, but I don't actually need to. We do have enough, almost enough people. Right, we might as well just explore one nearby. Not too worried about this being a massive priority. Importing diesel to the ship anymore, so we can hold fire on that. We'll up the priority there. Not sure how fast this is actually going to move. When I go through lower difficulty runs, I'd normally have multiple research labs running at the same time, so it goes through the tech pretty quickly. However, I don't really have the resources to do that. Nor do we have the maintenance to do one. Right, if we could quickly get this water set up, then perhaps we can run. Okay, I need wastewater. We can run the boosted kind of maintenance setup. Right, we're going to run it off the same tank here. On a separate line though. And hopefully that doesn't drain all of our water. Oh, it's actually closer than I thought it was. I thought we still had a way to go. I think that's fine if we have X. No. So it's a long way round. You know, any of the vehicles that can't go under pipes is going to have to go all the way around here to the bridge. But to be honest, there's not a lot going on down here other than us mining a bit of sand. So that's not a concern. And what do we do there? So this location, yeah. It was just looped. Not very good loop, if I'm honest. I wasn't sure if we'd be able to just produce that straight away. Now we do need this wastewater as well. Yeah, not ideal. And I want to just make the most of the process we already have in place. Now what we are going to do here is come down so we can put the bridge up there. We can connect just there and we can get rid of our waste water. But before we forget, and I start seeing loads of errors with our excavators not being able to move, I'll throw that down. Actually just auto complete that, but not that one. We have to lack the Unity rather than anything else. It's got water going in. That's fine. We'll see if that struggles. It may well struggle once we hook up this extra farm, but we're not too far off of getting pipe 2s. That is an earlier tech. What are we missing now? We're missing the research. the lab equipment that we need. Fine on that front. There we go. Helped out a little bit. We can start getting out some of that. Now, if we boost 3 of these, we're decently stocked across those goods. Now, rubber. Temporarily, we did pause this. Probably need to turn it back on because we're going to run low eventually. I think we were just picking up rubber from loot and that massive list of quests that came through rather than producing it. And they'll throw a load more wastewater in here. I think this one wastewater liquid dump should be able to handle it all. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be having a backlog, so that's fine. That looks to be producing on the boosted version okay. So we should start to see an improvement here. It's about 28% at the minute. Oh, we are struggling with the research lab too. Not ideal. Yeah, we're even struggling. It's like copper again. I mean everything. Oh, it's well, we're fine. We just need to get it to the right places. Now, we can actually just quick deliver several of these items for the trucks. We've got a ton of vehicle parts, about 80 at the minute, so get 3 more out of this stockpile. Well, we could get another 4 from our rubber, and diesel's not too bad at the minute. May just do a little trade to grab some more more diesel, but not alone, because we can afford it with our coal at the minute. Turn this off as well. Oh, vehicle parts too. I suppose part of the problem, part of the reason why we have so many vehicle parts is all those quests, not just us producing them. 49% now. We are actually running a lot smoother on this. Still missing the input there. So we need mechanical parts. Let's get it to produce mechanical parts itself. This one here is just doing all of it. All the different kinds of production you can find. It's handling. Yeah, so it does look like it is step bottlenecks is running as it should. Up to 55. We're heading in the right direction. That breakdown chance on that basis is quite low. They're not all going to be at the same percentage, but we can at least see that this one, trend-wise, was doing fine. And the problem we have is when one of them goes down, we're going to see this maintenance drop down, back down again. Oh, there we go, it's back up now. That's fine. It's a little scary when both of them go down. And we're still... Oh, there we go. We are starting to produce some now. We just need someone to actually come and deliver it. It's still 40. That should be enough to trigger. I'm going to come pick it up. So I think actually we will call it there now. So obviously we didn't quite get up to producing the advanced diesel setup. In fact, because of all the quests, we didn't end up in a too bad of a place. We no longer have a loan. That's good. We are a little low on fuel. Very low on fuel. But we're quite well stocked on all other materials. Unity's coming in quite nicely, so we can trade a bit of more coal coal's now in a much better place because of the second excavator. Maintenance is on its way up. These seem to be working well because of their... Oh, yep, well, several extra vehicles were now got. I'll do something to help there and use the Unity because we've got a ton of copper, albeit that's broken. Food is trending down, so maybe the very last thing we'll do is we will upgrade this to an irrigated version of itself, and we can. We'll wait before I miss it slightly and we end up delete some sections. We'll rush it through with the Unity. So then the intention is we'll come back next time. I'll maybe let this advanced diesel run all the way through so we're ready to get cracking. We'll have advanced diesel on the way. By that time, because of this irrigated file, food should be fine. We're fine in terms of, well, we should be fine in terms of workers, at least to get the next diesel done. But we'll be fine in terms of maintenance because it is on the rise, 75% at the minute. We are still almost saturating these belts, but really saturating fully the depot. And then diesel is kind of the last piece of the puzzle to have a base factory that's in a decent position. So let's hook this up and we'll call it there. Just tap that. Right, look. Oh, no, it just looks funky. Let me delete that. It's all gone horribly wrong now. There we go. Now it's the same method I've used on the original one. So that will fill up. Won't have to rely on, well, see at the minute it's not right because it's waiting for water or rain. We have neither because this little section was not done. But there we go. And I said, yeah, call it there. We'll come back next time and we'll work on diesel. Thanks.